Hello everybody, it is Making Colors, and I'm going to be doing a flip through of Coloring a Land of Enchantment, Desert Dreams by Janine D. I'm going to say her last name is pronounced Selkis. I'm not positive on that. This is on Amazon. I'm not positive if it is CreateSpace or not. The paper fills CreateSpace. If you're not familiar with that, it's Amazon published. It feels like it's Amazon CreateSpace, but it doesn't say that it is, so I am not positive. But I digress. So you open it up, you have a lovely picture here with orange work, and this picture on the cover is actually in here twice, I believe, altogether. So you have it on the cover, and then you have it here on this Book Belongs To page. And we'll get to it again in a little bit. Love for the desert. A burst of rain can ignite a blaze of small vibrant blooms that last for only a few hours. The shifting sunlight can transform a seemingly simple landscape to stunning shades of orange and red in a heartbeat. The pure blue sky goes on as far as the eye can see in every direction, making all worries seem small. So many things shift and change and bring me joy. And then there are all the beings that can call the desert home. They steal my heart. I love seeing the wee creatures that scurry from one shady spot to another, the silly bunnies that slyly maneuver danger, the birds that make elaborate homes in impossible places, and the frolicking coyotes that play and prowl over the landscape. I love the desert. It is my home. It is a source of endless inspiration. I can't imagine any place on earth that could speak to my heart in the same way. By bringing these illustrations to vivid life with your own color palette, you too will experience the beauty of the desert. I hope you fall in love, as I have, with this expansive and ever-changing place of beauty. Janine. I don't know if you have been to Arizona, but I have, and she is very accurate about her description. And we are actually eventually planning on moving there, so this is a good book for me. My friend who actually bought this for me knew that. So some things about the paper. For one, it is perforated like most Amazon coloring books are. And it is single-sided. So you do not have to worry about using pens and bleed through ruining the picture on the opposite side of the paper. As long as you make sure to keep the paper inside of it, you don't have to worry about that at all. And they're perforated, which is great because I color for my friends a lot and will frame pictures for them upon request. So I love when they're perforated because otherwise I have to use a razor blade. If anyone is familiar with deserts or desert coloring, these are all going to be very familiar images to you. We've got coyote and cacti and desert birds. There's a lot of Native American Indians in Arizona, the Hopi and the Navajo tribes. So we've got the dream catcher. If you've ever been to Oatman, Arizona, you can pet the wild donkeys. They'll come up to you and you can feed them. Armadillos. Never actually got to see one of those, even though I've spent extensive time in Arizona. Here's some more Native American. We've got the feather, the Native American clay pots, and the homemade wicker basket. And I believe this is a dream bag. Native Americans will put their spiritual stones inside of it and carry it with them. I had one when I was a kid. Nice nighttime owl. Another cacti. Or I should say plural. I believe it's cactus is singular and cacti is plural, so there's cacti. We've got a little old-fashioned native home. These are actually very common in Arizona if you've been there. Little homes built like this, you'll see them all over the place. Some of them are for touring, others are just authentically there that have been there since the beginning of Arizona, really. Got some beautiful native feathers. This one's interesting. You've got upside down. So you've got a quail, a jackrabbit, a bird, and a fox. More cacti with little birds. I love for the most part that she leaves these open to whatever you want to do. That could be the sun or the moon. Whatever you want to do there. Like others are more descriptive. Like that's clearly the sun, that you could of course change that. And then there was another one that had stars. It was back there a few pages, but yeah, that was clearly nighttime. This one you could make it whatever you wanted. Lizards. If you're familiar with Native American culture, the lizard is the dreamer. There is that cover photo that I was telling you about, which is probably going to be the first one I'm going to color. And the same picture you have on the opening, so you get to color it twice in different sizes. And I should mention, none of these pictures go into the spine, which is very helpful for me because I hate trying to color into the spine. A lot of coloring books have heard colorist outcries about that and are fixing that, because if you put the border, or at least just end the picture before it gets into the spine, it makes it a lot easier to color. Beautiful artwork. You can tell she spent some time in Arizona. Got the bird. This, I think that's a swallow possibly holding arrows. This is a nighttime picture. And some typical stuff you'll see in Arizona here. You've got the bull skeleton and the snake and the roadrunner and cacti and arrows. This is all typical stuff you would see in Arizona. Arizona / Native American culture. Oh, that's cute. It's the turtle in the hair. That's adorable. That looks painful. A little snake wrapped up in the cactus. Little microorganisms, little jars with a little life in them. These look like traditional Navajo blankets or Hopi blankets, probably Navajo. I love that she also has a mixture of fine detail and bigger pictures without the fine detail. Like that is right there, that snake has quite a bit of fine detail that you might want to use a pen or a very sharp pencil to get into. This one's a little bit less detailed except for that cactus. She's got a nice mix in here. There's another dream catcher. A little turtle, tortoise with a little life on his back. He must be a big old tortoise. I believe that is another roadrunner. I like to pretend that I know birds, but I don't know them that well. And there's the end page. We got some grasshoppers with raindrops. We do know, if you've been to Arizona, it can actually downpour torrentially in the desert. And then we've got, I believe this is the, nope, different, oh, same picture reversed on the back. And that is the end. I will put a link, as always, in the description so you can get this on Amazon US. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on Megan Colors.